Welcome inside the service arena here in downtown Red Deer. The White Towels, they're going, and it's the playoffs on HJHL 21. Shea Herbert getting the start for the Sylvan Lake Wranglers. It'll be Brandon Bilodeau for the Red Deer Vipers. Game one of this best of three. And we are ready for the opener of the HJHL 21 postseason. It is underway. Linnell carrying in on the left side. Linnell in the corner. Linnell backhander. Good save. Herbert worked his way right out front. Did Logan Linnell. Early test for Herbert, but he keeps it out. As the Red Deer Vipers do have home ice. They finished third and the Sylvan Lake Wranglers fourth. Game two will get underway from Sylvan Lake at the same time, 7 o'clock on Thursday. Here comes Schooner over to the far side. Weston couldn't get her shot away. Is Berg tied up far side. Now to work to Dalton Angletwit. Angletwit gets popped there by Schooner. Lightburn now into the middle. Ryder. Ryder carries in. Ryder stolen from him by Dalton Angletwit. Here's Mac Difference. Over to the near side, Bailey Lawson. He's on the right wing. Lawson in the middle, back to the line, Angletwit. Here's Linnell. He puts one off the mask of Shea Herbert. Bowden Ryder into the middle to Caleb Berg, and Berg will drive it wide for the Wranglers. It's into the middle, Kingwell. Right up to Brett Hoppus. Hoppus in over the line. Hoppus looking to drive this wide. He's tied up near side boards. This one goes into the corner for Bailey Lawson. Lawson taken off the puck there by Tate Optendries. Optendries trying to spin away from his check. Now it comes to Zach Daniels. Here come the Wranglers trying to get this out of the zone. Kalinowski now to Lawson. Lawson stolen away from him. Here's Weston. Weston in over the line. Knocked off the puck by Brody Kalinowski. Voted the HJHL Defenseman of the Year. Right in front it comes. Great save by Brandon Bilodeau. Here's now Cale Lapointe. Lapointe into the middle, taken away by Weston. Weston back the other way, into the middle, Kalev. Kalev driving it wide, stolen by Chopek. Kalev regains. Back to Playford. Now it's going to be Kyle Richmond in the corner. Richmond stolen from him. Chopek's got it. Up the far side to Lane Sim. Sim trying to generate a little bit of speed. Sim looking into the middle. It's stolen from him. That is far side Richmond, Natake, and Bowen. Bowen tied up far side boards, trying to dig this one loose. Declan Johnston could not do so. Comes instead now to Johnston. And now here's Yates. Yates to Sim in the middle. Yates skates right onto this one now on the right wing. Puts it in deep for Red Deer. Gathered down low. There's Ryder. Ryder up to Kean Bowen. Bowen trying to drive it wide on Thorne. Thorne, a good poke check there. Now it'll come to Scott. Scott trying to drive it into the zone. But he is tripped up in the first power play of the game, the first power play of the series. Will go the way of the Red Deer Vipers. Jackson Ryder is off for tripping. Red Deer to the power play. It's Wilson, Hoppus, and Linnell out there for the Vipers. The Wranglers will win the draw and immediately go the length of the ice. Here come the Vipers. With it here is Brett Hoppus on the far side. Hoppus trying to drive it wide. Hoppus into the middle. Wilson snapping one high and wide. Back to the line. It'll come Lapointe. Now Logan Linnell up top. Kingwell trying to go through the seam to the one-timer, but a good interception there by Sloan Garrity. Now it's going to be Lapointe into the middle. Kingwell comes to Hoppus. Minute to go here in the Red Deer power play. Hoppus drops off. Kingwell shoots. Save. Rebound. Hoppus couldn't put it home. Cleared by the Wranglers. Down to 45 seconds to go on the Viper man advantage. Still scoreless here in the first period. Here is Cale Lapointe. Lapointe into the middle to Mac Difference. Difference, what a move. Johnston in front. He's right in tight, but Herbert makes the save. 22 seconds to go in the Red Deer Viper power play. 11:43 to go in the period. Still scoreless. Real good look there. And Hoppus, I just think, got handcuffed a bit. Couldn't get the shot away. Johnston out there now with Lawson and Difference, and the draw won by the Wranglers and sent the length of the ice, and that'll just about do it likely for this Viper power play. Difference over to the near side, taken by Cody Wold. We're back to 5-on-5. Game 1 of a best-of-3 here between the Vipers and the Wranglers. These two teams have one playoff series since the Wranglers moved to Sylvan Lake under their belt. Wranglers won it in 7 games. Vipers, though, erased a 3-games-to-none deficit and nearly ended up winning that thing, but lost in Game 7 ultimately. Now here's Difference snapping one. Good glove save. Shea Herbert holds on. 10:04 to go in the opening period. Coming up a little later on tonight, we'll have the Airdrie Thunder hosting the Stettler Lightning, Game 1 of that series. Draw one by the Wranglers. Jackson Ryder's got it over to Bowden. That's Brett Weston. And a penalty now forthcoming to the Wranglers. And the shot on far side. Rebound. Goodall's got it. Zarubiak into the middle. Touched up by Berg. And the Red Deer Vipers will go to another power play. A hooking penalty. Going against Braden Weston. And Nick Scott has drawn 2 penalties now. And Red Deer will go back to the top unit. Wilson, Hoppus, and Linnell were not successful last time. Just 2 shots. Vipers win it, though. Here's Linnell putting it just high and wide. Hoppus, Linnell, rebound loose in front. Wilson in the vicinity. It's cleared by the Sylvan Lake Wranglers. Now it's put in deep, gathered here by Keegan Kingwell. Move to Logan Linnell. Linnell knocked off the puck. LaPointe to Brett Hoppus. Hoppus carrying over center, now over the line near side. Knocked off the puck. It'll come to Bowden Ryder. Ryder will carry it and get it over the red and then put it in deep for Sylvan Lake. Down to $1:10 of power play time remaining for Red Deer. Here now is Aiden Wilson. Over the line near side. Drops off Hoppus. Here's Logan Linnell up top. Kingwell looking for the one-timer for Wilson. Cleared by the captain, Dayton Playford, on the intercept. Here's LaPointe to Kingwell. Right up to Declan Johnston. Johnston got it up now to Hoppus along the near sideboards. Hoppus, he knocks his man off the puck, but now it'll come to Declan Johnston, carries it in. Johnston trying to drive it wide. Johnston tied up. He'll come to Lawson. Lawson right in front. Scores! Mac Difference has the series opener! 1-0 on a power play goal for Red Deer. And the Red Deer Vipers, tail end of the second power play, strike, and it was Lawson winning a battle in deep, and a centering pass, and no mistake for Mac Difference on the far side. And that one was nearly stopped. Difference just squeaks that one right underneath the pad of Shea Herbert. And Red Deer has leaped out to a 1-0 lead here in Game 1 on home ice. Wranglers going to try to take it in and get it right back. Squirts into the corner for Brody Kalinowski. Now works it to Nick Scott. Scott puts this in deep for the Red Deer Vipers, gathered here by Jackson Ryder. Crowd into this one now as the Vipers have the opening goal of the game, the opening goal of the series. Now here's Weston, turns this one over, so it'll come way outside. Not sure who Jackson Ryder thinks he's going to fool there, but offside indeed. Face-off just outside the Red Deer blue line. Face-offs favor Sylvan Lake 5-2. Last time these two teams played, it was a overtime victory for the Red Deer Vipers. As here's now Austin Thorne driving it in. Thorne trying to drive it wide on Ryder. It's taken away from him, though. Ryder spinning away from a couple of checks. It'll come now to Weston. Weston to Wold. Wold over to the far side, intercepted by Lane Sim. Sim right in. Sim. He puts this in deep. Now Wold has control to Jackson Ryder. Ryder now to Tate Optendries. Optendries centering pass. Caleb shooting. Saved by Bilodeau. No rebound. He will cover it up. 4.5 to go in the opening frame. And Red Deer leads it 1-0. Courtesy a power play goal by Mac Difference. Shots on goal favor the Vipers 9-2. However, that's on the strength of 2 Red Deer power plays, mind you. Now into the middle, Caleb. Here's Weston snapping one high and wide. Caleb to the top wall. Now Brett Weston lets it go from the near side. It goes high and wide. Here comes Spencer Yates. Yates back the other way for Red Deer. Yates in. Yates trying to take it to the net. Couldn't. He's tied up now in the corner by Ryder. Yates. He's knocked off the pocket. Ryder got pasted, but here comes Tate Optendries. Optendries knocked off stride just enough to put himself offside. Get a good look here at this big hit on Jackson Ryder by Lane Sin. Draw one by the Sylvan Lake Wranglers, and here comes Sloan Garrity. Garrity right in, stopped by Bilodeau. He keeps it alive. Here's Brody Kalinowski into the middle. Chopek. Chopek moves this one up to Cale Lapointe. Lapointe trying to drive with speed. He's got it now. Lapointe to Hoppus. He shoots. He scores! Hoppus top shelf. His first of the postseason. It's 2-0 Red Deer. And the Red Deer Vipers of a beautiful feed by Lapointe to hit the trailer Hoppus. And he makes no mistake. Puts the gun back into the sling on the celebration. And the Red Deer Vipers have a 2-0 lead here in the first period. Here's Damian Chopek off the draw, driving it wide. Chopek shoots, save, covered up by Herbert. Is lurking there on the far side was Cale Lapointe, but no rebound to speak of. Red Deer back in the last game between these two clubs had a 2-goal lead. Wranglers came back and tied it up, however. But that was all for naught as the Vipers ended up pulling it out in overtime. The last time before that these two teams linked up was all the way back in the season opener, a 7-2 shellacking by the Wranglers on their home ice. Here comes the Vipers and Logan Linnell. Linnell looking into the middle. It's intercepted though by Kean Bowen, and now here comes Zane Bennett. Bennett down the near side, into the middle, intercepted. Dalton Angletwit. Difference over to the far side, Logan Linnell. Linnell tries to drive it wide, and he's tripped up. Another power play coming for Red Deer. This time it will be Wade Lightburn who's going off. Gets the stick into the feet there of Logan Linnell, and I don't know about that one. But nonetheless, it will be a Red Deer power play. However, they just have 9.3 seconds to go in this opening frame. And the draw one by the Wranglers cleared. Here is now Wilson. Long shot, steered aside. Herbert. And we will go to the second period. When we come back, Red Deer will be on the power play once more. They're 1 for 2 thus far. And they have a 2-0 lead through 20 minutes. The Red Deer Vipers get a power play goal, and then this one at even strength. Difference at Hoppus with the tallies. 2-0 Vipes through 20 minutes. Shots favor Red Deer 12-3. And a minute 51 they have on the power play remaining. Third consecutive power play, so you got the feeling that that tide might change at some point here, but the Wranglers will control the draw to start period number 2, and it's put in deep by Sylvan Lake. Here's Keegan Kingwell trying to get this one up to out of the zone, but the Wranglers control. Garrity shooting just wide. He didn't miss that one by much, and now here comes Cale Lapointe down the right wing. Lapointe trying to get it around Playford. Ryder intercepts and he puts this one the length of the ice. It will be gathered in deep by Keegan Kingwell. Snapping it over to the near side. Wilson cross ice feed for Logan Linnell. Now to Brett Hoppus. To Aiden Wilson. He shoots it. The rebound kicked into the corner neatly by Herbert and cleared the length of the ice once more. 35 seconds to go on the Red Deer power play. Here come the Vipers. Over the line, far side, Brett Hoppus. He shoots it, save, rebound, it's off the post. Hoppus shoots from a sharp angle. Great save, Herbert. Wilson shoots, another great save by Herbert. This one cleared by the Wranglers. That'll do it. We'll get back to 5-on-5. Red Deer, couple of real good looks there. Would have gone 3-0. That would be a large deficit to overcome. But now here's Liddell, 2-on-1 to the middle. Hoppus back on, alley scores! Red Deer's running up the scorelight, 3-0 Vipers. Logan Liddell from Brett Hoppus on a return feed. And he rips that one-timer to the top shelf. No chance whatsoever for Shea Herbert on that one. And early in the third, the Vipers strike again. And in this building where the Vipers historically have been so good, with the playoff success of late for this team, this is a long way to come back. But here's Weston, a shot, saved a rebound, gathered by the captain, Dalton Angletwit. Into the middle, here's Linnell. Another 2-on-1. Linnell, he can't get the pass away though. Drops off to the line. Kingwell, now Angletwit shooting save. Rebound, Linnell right there. Couldn't pull the trigger. Linnell looking out front. One-timer, great save, Herbert. Herbert coming up big on that one. And you figure if the Wranglers are going to get back, there's still lots of hockey left. The next one's got to be for the boys from Sylvan Lake. And here's Oftendries shooting it wide. This is loose behind the net. Dalton Angletwit's got it. Angletwit to the far side. Yates. Now it goes over further to the far side for, this is Damian Chopek. Chopek puts it in deep for Lawson. Lawson back to the line. Chopek. Sim up top. Kalinowski a drive. It hits a body on the way through. Tied up near side corner. Dug loose. Bowden Ryder now to Cody Wold. Wold over to the far side. Dylan Schoonert. Schoonert poked off his stick. Jackson Ryder's got it, and Schoonert now. Schoonert taken away from him. Brody Kalinowski, now Lightburn. Lightburn shooting, blocked, rebound, taken away by Kalinowski, the reigning defenseman of the year in the Heritage Junior Hockey League. Now here's Lane Sim, far side, Johnston, he missed it just wide. Declan Johnston nearly gives the Vipers a commanding 4-0 lead, but it stays just wide of the net. And Red Deer is decisively in control of this one so far. Although, as I said, still plenty of hockey to be played, over half the game. And crossing feed intercepted by Weston. And the Vipers control now. Sullivan turns that one over, though. Here's Weston, far side. Braden Weston shoots it, glove save, Bilodeau. He's going to hold on to that. 12:48 to go, second period. Red Deer 3, Sylvan Lake no score. Bowden Ryder, though solid and even player in 9:16 of ice so far. Now Ryder into the corner, Richmond. Now Bowen, far side, Bennett knocked off the puck, and Thorne moves that to Tristan Zarubiak. Zarubiak looking for an option, retreating back into his own zone, turned it over to Bowen. Bowen shooting. Oh, good stop by Bilodeau, as he had to find that one after it went off his mask and up in the air. It's a tough turnover there by Kingwell. That was Zarubiak. 11:47 to go in the second period. 12-5 draws, though. Favor the Sylvan Lake Wranglers. Make that 13-5 as Peyton Wright shoots this one wide. Here's Connor Sullivan to Austin Thorne. Thorne starts out for Red Deer. Red Deer on it now. Here's Hoppus. Hoppus trying to take it into the middle. It's taken away here by Zach Daniels. Daniels driving it wide. Daniels shooting. Good blocker save made by Bilodeau. One-timer. Daniels shot got blocked. Playford to right. Peyton Wright shoots this one, hits a body and goes into the corner. Wilson's got it. Aiden Wilson tied up there with Peyton Wright. Garrity digs this out. LaValle shoots, tipped, scores! Big goal for Sylvan Lake there. Sloan Garrity gets the Wranglers on the board, and Red Deer just cannot get that puck out. And it costs them big time as Sloan Garrity is able to deflect a puck through Brandon Bilodeau. And this is now a 2-goal game with, I believe, just under half a game to play. I can't see the time right now. Just over half a game to play. So, she ain't over yet, not by a long shot, but the Sylvan Lake Wranglers needed that one. But here's Wilson, a stretch pass right up the gut, shot it wide. Wilson in the corner, trying to dig this one loose in there. Hoppus trying to get this one right back, can't. Here comes Dylan Schooner, driving it wide on Kalinowski. Bird shot, great glove save, Bilodeau. Bilodeau flashing the leather and keeping this a 2-goal Red Deer lead, as in the span of a minute, the Wranglers nearly went from being down 3-0 to 3-2. But Bilodeau keeps this a multi-goal lead for Red Deer, and nearly turning that one over. Kalinowski, now Weston shoots this, tries to get this one away, but it's taken away by Yates. Yates knocked off the puck. It'll come to Lane Sim. Sim now to Declan Johnston. Johnston into the middle, Chopek. Sim's got it here for Red Deer. Sim driving it wide. Lane Sim looking into the middle. He finds Yates. Couldn't pull the trigger. Now here comes Weston back the other way for Sylvan Lake. Weston into the middle. Upton-Dries, he scores! Tate Upton-Dries, and the Wranglers have a couple unanswered. It's 3-2. Don't you dare go anywhere, say the Sylvan Lake Wranglers. Down 3-0, have rallied a little bit. Now it's just a 1-goal lead for the Red Deer Vipers, as this one goes off the post and in after it gets by Bilodeau. There was 7:32 to play in the second. It's a 3-2 hockey game. So now Red Deer on their heels a little bit. Here's Kean Bowen. Bowen now to Bennett, shooting. Great save by Brandon Bilodeau. Now we talk about the next goal being very important for Red Deer. Trying to take the wind out of the sails a little bit here from the Wranglers. Bennett up top to Ryder. Into the corner, Kean Bowen. Wranglers working it a little bit here on the Red Deer Vipers. Bennett's got it. Bennett over to the far side for Kyle Richmond. Richmond trying to put this one in deep and does. Gathered here, Dalton Angletwit. Now Mac Difference. Difference taken off the puck by Bennett. Centering pass. Dalton Angletwit knocks that one away. Here is Logan Linnell. Linnell trying to drive it wide. Could not do so. And Peyton Wright's going to step right back over the line here. Right into the middle. Garrity. Garrity drops off for Jackson Ryder. Now Bowen. Back to the line, Ryder. Cody Wold. One-timer, Garrity. Stopped by Bilodeau. Garrity nearly tying the game and having his second. Red Deer Vipers, though, able to keep that one out. And you know, Red Deer here, you just like to get through this period. Get to the locker room, reset here, and then try to steer it home in the third. You do not want to give up the equalizer before the clock hits zeros here in the second. Connor Sullivan will put this one in deep. Here's Bowden Ryder. Ryder trying to drive it up. Can't. Here's Connor Sullivan. Now good. All back to the line. Thorne. Zarubiak. Up top. Sullivan. Thorne. Now Scott. Nick Scott trying to get this one in deep. Can he turn it over? Here comes Wade Lightburn back the other way for Sylvan Lake. Good body check there by Connor Sullivan. Thorne's got it. Puts it in behind his own goal. And Jackson Goodall skates onto it. 3 minutes to go here in this second period. Logan Linnell trying to drive it wide. Linnell, that's not Linnell, that's Nick Scott. Scott, he can't put this one into the middle. And now this puck is Schooner. Now take it away, here's Scott. One-timer, rebound, Scott scores! Red Deer got the next one indeed. Red Deer back on top by a pair. It's 4-2. And what a shot, Goodall. He got a heavy one away, and the name of that is not necessarily to score there. It's to make it heavy and hard enough that exactly that happens. Herbert can't handle it cleanly. It leaks in behind him, and Nick Scott puts his nose to the ground, goes to the net, and scores the goal. A big one late in the second. Chopek shooting through traffic. Might have hit something on the way through. But a great chance for Chopek and a good save by Shea Herbert. 90 seconds to go in the second period. Weston taking out the puck. Here comes Brett Hoppus. Hoppus driving it wide. He's on the far side. Hoppus trying to drop this one off for Caleb Point. Chopek into the corner. Wilson. Aiden Wilson trying to dig this one loose. Can't. Braden Weston's got the puck. Weston now to Dylan Schooner. Schooner, he's right in the slot. Schooner, he can't get a shot away. Now he does. He scores. Red Deer gets the 2-goal lead back, but they surrender it right back the other way. Sylvan Lake has it back to within one. 23 seconds to go. And you know what? I think that Kalinowski had him played not bad here. He got back and recovered, but that's just a heads-up play by Dylan Schooner, and that's all that is. You got a low shot on Bilodeau, knowing that Bilodeau would probably give up some kind of rebound, and he does. And Schooner is able to give himself effectively 2 chances on a partial break. And he capitalizes on the second. And Chopek will carry this out. Maybe one final shot for Damian Chopek. Nope, he won't get it. We will go to the third. Red Deer is up by a single goal, which sounds not bad until you learn that they were up 3 not too long ago. But the Sylvan Lake Wranglers have made a comeback in this one. And off to the third we go. Sylvan Lake charges from 3-0 down, and now she's 4-3. We'll be back with the third period from downtown Red Deer in just a bit. Welcome back inside the Service Arena. Red Deer Vipers and Sylvan Lake Wranglers, game 1 of their North Division Survivor Series. It's a best of 3. The Red Deer Vipers have a 4-3 lead, and in the middle it'll come to Kingwell, and now here's Logan Linnell. Linnell the difference. Difference trying to drive it wide, can't. Here is Weston. Weston trying to take it wide on angle to it, cannot do so. Loose puck. Schooner pulling the trigger. And a good look there. Now angle to it. Back to the line, Lightburn. Here's Logan Linnell on an intercept. And Linnell over to Lawson. Lawson couldn't handle it though. Here's Brett Weston. Braden Weston, excuse me. In the middle, there's Bird shooting one. Oh, it got by Bilodeau, but squeaked wide. Sylvan Lake inches from tying this up. Shooter, shoot, save, rebound. Bilodeau covers it up. Red Deer playing a little too tight right now. And, you know, they get one late in the second. And it's all good, right? You can go to this period with a 2-goal lead. I mean, that's massively different. Now you're just playing to not make that mistake and give the Wranglers the equalizer. And that's playing that way is exactly when you're going to make one. Here's Weston shooting it, blocked by Hoppus. Hoppus able to get this one to Caleb Point. Now Hoppus trying to skate onto this one. Dayton Playford, he's got it in his own zone. Playford up to Tate Optendries. Now Braden Weston driving it wide. Brett Weston. Weston takes to the middle, shoots, save, rebound. Optendries right in front. Backhander stopped by Bilodeau. It's Wranglers controlling the play early here in the third. Red Deer with a real tenuous 1-goal lead. It's 4-3. Game 2 will go in Sylvan Lake on Thursday. Winner of this series will move on to a best of 7. If the Wranglers win, they take on the Mountain View Colts. If the Red Deer Vipers win it, they will move on to face the Three Hills Thrashers, who are both sitting in wait for either of these teams or whoever they end up facing with first-round buys. There's a good play by Kalinowski there. Tate Optenbreeze, far side, dug loose by Brett Hoppus. Hoppus trying to look for a lane, and now he'll just skate it out himself. He'll give up to Damian Chopek right at the blue line, and Chopek takes it wide on the left. Into the middle, intercepted by Dayton Playford, though. Kyle Richmond's got it. 14:40 to go here in the third period. Here's Kean Bowen. Bowen drops off Playford. Playford into the middle. Bennett couldn't get a shot away. Gets knocked away from him. And now Chopek will come back the other way for the Vipers. It's taken away from him. Richmond now it comes up to Bennett. Bennett on the left wing. Bennett will put this one in deep. Chopek's got it for Red Deer. Spencer Yates gives up to Lane Sim in the middle, and Lane Sim skates this out now to Declan Johnston. Johnston high slot, shoots it high and wide. Now turned over, here's Sim. Sim trying to get a shot away. Cannot do so. Sim drops off for Yates, shooting. Herbert, glove save. Yates trying to pick a corner there, but Herbert flashing the leather. 12.5 to go here in the third period. Red Deer 4, Sylvan Lake 3. There's Goodall, goes back to the line. Sullivan Dorn. Now here's Zarubiak to Nick Scott. Looking in the middle, it's deftly intercepted there by Cody Wool. Good bump there by Nick Scott. Scott, though, take it off the puck. And now Red Deer is going to take their first penalty of the hockey game. Far side, Ryder shoots this one. Touched up by Sullivan. And Sylvan Lake's got to look to tie this thing here on the man advantage. It's the first power play of the game. Scott knocked off the puck there by LaValle. He does not like the call. He careless with the stick. He tripped him. And Red Deer have a massive kill in front of them. Draw one by the Wranglers. Through traffic. Tipton scores! Dylan Schoonert's got 2, and the Wranglers from 3-0 down have tied the hockey game. Wade Lightburn uncorked a bomb from the line. And the Sylvan Lake Wranglers tie it on a power play goal. And you watch here the draw one, and Schoonert actually is the one that passes this back to Wade Lightburn, and then he just goes to the net. And this one perfectly placed, just about an inch off the ice. And actually didn't move a whole much. It ends up catching Brandon Bilodeau in kind of a not great area if you're a dude, and just deflects right underneath him and into the back of the net. So the Red Deer Vipers now have to play from a tie game with about half a period remaining after they led this thing 3-0. Bailey Lawson. Over to the far side, here's Mac Difference. Difference into the middle, Logan Linnell. Linnell will carry this one out on the right side. He can't get around Bowden Ryder. Ryder poked off the stick. It's going to come to Schoonert, though, down to Berg. Berg driving it wide. Berg right out front. Oh, what a stop by Bilodeau on Weston. Sylvan Lake should be up right now, but Brandon Bilodeau flashes the leather. 10:05 into the third period. Draw one by the Wranglers. Weston shoots it, stop Bilodeau, he holds on. There's the Sylvan Lake Wranglers press here. Here's Keegan Kingwell. Kingwell knocked off the puck. Caleb Berg tied up there. It's dug loose by Bailey Lawson. Lawson driving it up the ice. It's taken off the stick there. Good stick by Weston. And now here's a chance, a shot, and a great save on Weston there. As I meant to say, Ryder made the good play with the stick in his own zone. Now it'll come up to Bailey Lawson. 8.5 to play here in this third period. 4-4 between the Vipers and the Wranglers. Mac difference over to the far side. Declan Johnston. Johnston works this up through center. Johnston to Lane Sim. Sim driving it in. Sim shooting. Great save by Herbert. Lane Sim, a real good look to maybe put the Vipers back on top. Here come the Wranglers, however. Good play by Kingwell. Comes to Sullivan. Now up the near sideboards. Declan Johnston on the right wing. Knocked off the puck. Gives to Kingwell. Kingwell to Lane Sim. Sim tries to get this one in deep. Sim looking out front. Taking out the puck there by Zach Daniels. And that'll come up. Tate Optendries starting in on the left side. Optendries knocked off the puck. Hayes Caleb. Up top, LaValle. Now Caleb shoots from a ways out and nearly another deflection goal for Sylvan Lake. This one goes wide. Now Tristan Zarubiak, 5.5 to go in the third period. We're tied up. Zarubiak into the middle. It comes to Optendries and it's taken away. Here's Dayton Playford. Playford trying to take it wide on Sullivan. Playford now to LaValle. LaValle shoots. It gets blocked and here is Scott. Scott to Sullivan. Sullivan now to Jackson Goodall. 4.5 minutes to go, third period. Goodall knocked out the puck. Daniels got it to Playford. Playford works this one up to Peyton Wright. Wright gets crunched off the puck. Now LaValle taken away from him, and now it comes to Cale Lapointe. Lapointe skates it in on the left for Red Deer. Cuts to the middle. Lapointe looking for Hoppus, and that goes just out of his reach. Lapointe to Kalinowski. To Thorne. A drive blocked. It's going to come now for Jackson Ryder. Ryder puts this one up for Kyle Richmond. Richmond trying to take this one in. Richmond to the middle. He shoots it. Good stop by Bilodeau. Here comes Cale Lapointe. Under 3 to play. Lapointe driving it wide. Lapointe right in. Lapointe over to the far side. Hoppus. Up top, Kalinowski. Now Wilson. Hoppus right in front. Lapointe denied. Great save, Herbert, as Lapointe nearly had the go-ahead goal with a couple of minutes left. Oh, boy. 2:06 to play. The Wranglers are going to the power play. It's Brett Hoppus for tripping. They scored just a couple of seconds in last time. That was to tie this one to take the lead. Daniels to Shooter, knocked out the puck. Thorne clears the zone. So Red Deer, if they get this kill, it'll pretty much take us to overtime. Here's Caleb Berg. Berg on the far side, got it to Bennett. Bennett now Weston. Weston to Berg, now up to Schoonert. Schoonert taking out the puck. Sim trying to get this one out. He got it to Jackson Goodall, and Goodall will carry it out. Goodall turns it over, however, and now the Wranglers will do the same as Sim's got it. Sim leaves after Thorne. Got it right back to Lane Sim. Minute to go on the power play, and about a minute to go in the third period. Tied up at 4. Weston driving it wide. Here is Brett Weston over to the far side. Berg rang it off the post. And then Goodall will take no chances, and he'll send it the length of the ice. Caleb Berg inches from giving Sylvan Lake the late lead. And a 1-0 series lead. Weston to Richmond to Berg. Put it wide. Optendries to Bennett. Now to Berg. Berg shoots. Glove save. Bilodeau. 32 seconds to go in the third period. The Red Deer Vipers, 3-0 lead in the second period evaporates on them. We're tied up at 4. Sylvan Lake's got a power play. 27 seconds left on it. 32 seconds remaining in the third period. Draw one-timer rebound. Caleb denied Bilodeau. Bilodeau keeps it alive. Caleb right in front. Caleb still got it. Caleb to the net, taken away Kingwell. Now here's Linnell. Down the ice he goes. Maybe one final rush for Sylvan Lake. A big clear for Red Deer, but a stretch pass to Tate Optendries. Engeltwit turned over. Thorne down the ice. That'll do it for the power play in Red Deer and Sylvan Lake in game 1. We'll go to overtime. Not where the Vipers thought they'd be with an early 3-0 lead, but indeed where they are. We go to overtime. We'll have that up next. Welcome back inside the Service Arena. Overtime in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Next goal's going to win and take a 1-0 lead into Sylvan Lake Thursday night. Puck is down, and we are underway. Overtime, of course, we play continuously, 20 minutes, 5-on-5, 3-on-3. That's done. Here is Angletwit starting out first rush for Red Deer. Angletwit driving it wide. Angletwit looking in front. He shoots it. Good save, Shea Herbert, and he's going to hold on. It's Dalton Angletwit. Gets one off the end boards. It's the first shot of overtime for Red Deer. Just a minute and 1 second into the first overtime. Draw one by the Vipers. Far side difference. Difference tied up far boards. Dug loose. Here comes Dylan Schooner. Schooner driving it wide on Angletwit. He's got a look. Schooner taken away from him by the Red Deer captain. And now it comes to Bailey Lawson. Lawson works this up to Mac Difference left wing. Difference up top. Lawson in front trying to get it to Difference. Can't do so. Here's Lightburn over to Bowden Ryder. Ryder gets knocked off the puck, and Logan Linnell's got it. Linnell to Keegan Kingwell, now to Bailey Lawson. Lawson works this in for Red Deer. Up top, here's Difference. Difference now in front. Lawson, backhander denied. Here's Tate Optendries. Right down the pipe, a breakaway. Optendries, great save. Bilodeau takes it away with the glove. Tate Optendries, the game on his stick. Nearly completes the comeback for Sylvan Lake. Draw one by the Wranglers. Here's Optendries into the middle. Weston. Caleb shooting. Good save. Brandon Bilodeau swallows it up and holds on. Tied up at 4. 3.5 minutes thereabouts into overtime here in Game 1. Here comes Brody Kalinowski skating hard through center. Defenseman of the year for Red Deer. Kalinowski on the far side. Into the middle, Damian Chelpek. Chelpek shooting. Good save, Herbert. Saw that one the whole way through. And no rebound to speak of. Face off right side of Shea Herbert. Draw one by the Wranglers. Daniels now to Caleb. Caleb works this one to Brett Weston. Weston is knocked off the puck by Kingwell, and he is then himself offside. Face off just outside the Red Deer Viper blue line. 24-20 hits the Red Deer Vipers lead that category, but it's tied where it matters. 4-4 on the scoreboard. Here's Cale Lapointe. Up top, Kalinowski shooting one, and that one got blocked on the way through. Here's Hoppus. Hoppus trying to keep this one in deep for Red Deer. He controls it over to the far side. One-timer scores! Crisis averted! The Red Deer Vipers cough up a 3-0 lead. But on a battle one down low, Mac Difference, right? That's no, Aiden Wilson walks it off for Red Deer in overtime. And the Red Deer Vipers cough up a 3-0 lead. They go to overtime, but the unmitigated disaster is averted. Courtesy Aiden Wilson, and Red Deer takes a 1-0 lead into Sylvan Lake Thursday night. They'll have a chance with a road victory to put a bow on this series and move on. There's your overtime winner, Aiden Wilson. He is your guy. He is your third star as well, though with a pretty important goal. Early in the first overtime for Red Deer, Dylan Shooter, couple of goals for him, instrumental in the comeback effort for the Wranglers. Keep in mind, this was the tying goal. And keep in mind, Sylvan Lake really shouldn't have even been in this thing. They were down 3-0 early in the second. Your first star tonight, though, is going to be Brett Hoppus. Goal, 2 assists. He was absolutely instrumental in the 2017 championship run for Red Deer. And he gets off to a pretty hot start, I'd say. 3 points in game 1, including an assist on the overtime winner. And something we brought in for the playoffs. Well, not brought in, but I figured out that we could do. Video recap. So let's do it. Mac difference gets us off and running with this tally at 7:25. Or, sorry, with 7:25 left in the first period. That is the opening goal in this hockey game. Difference. We'll get that one. Brett Hoppus, he'll make it 2-0 right here. That difference goal was a power play goal as well. Brett Hoppus makes it 2-0 Red Deer with 2:10 to go in the first period. Then early in the second, Logan Linnell on a pretty give and go makes it 3-0 Red Deer. And Red Deer, hey, it looks like they're off and running. They're on easy street. Home ice in game 1 of the playoffs. Holds your horses. Sloan Garrity, with about halfway to go in the hockey game, a beautiful little deflection 5-hole on Brandon Bilodeau. And it is all of a sudden 3-1. Well, the next goal, that's what becomes important. It's Sylvan Lake Wood did it. This one by Tate Optendries makes it a 3-2 game. And all of a sudden, in the span of less than 3 minutes, the Wranglers go from down 3-0 to 3-2. Nick Scott, though, appears to get the Vipers back on the rails. A beauty one-timer here from Jackson Goodall. Too hot to handle for Shea Herbert. Nick Scott shovels home the garbage. And now it's back to a 2-goal lead. 2 change to go in the second period. But Dylan Schoenert, he would get the Wranglers right back to within 1. And he does so late in the second period before we go to the break. Now it's 4-3. Schoenert would get a power play goal, and he would get his second. A beautiful deflection from right in front. No chance for Brandon Bilodeau on that one. That one makes it 4-4. And now all of a sudden, Red Deer, they're in panic mode a little bit. Because you know what? They led 3-0. And especially with the playoff history between these two teams. 3-0 lead in Game 7 against Mountain View a couple of years back. All of a sudden, the 3-0 lead's evaporated on you. It's 4-4. And you might have to, play overtime. And indeed they do. But the crisis is averted. Aiden Wilson rips home your overtime winner in the extra frame. About, what would that be? 5 minutes and 21 seconds in. And the Red Deer Vipers win it 5-4, excuse me. And they are off to Sylvan Lake for Game 2 with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 series. So thanks for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. We must go, but don't worry, because we got another hockey game for you forthcoming. It will be the Airdrie Thunder playing host to the Stettler Lightning. 2 MVP finalists going up against each other. Dylan Houston for Stettler and Jordan McConnell for Airdrie. 2, of course, co-scoring champions of the HJHL 21 streams. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later.